Hello everyone, it's Gwathon from Gwathon's Games, and I am continuing the Epic in Gundabad. Now, Trousey and Eskel are talking to the club. So, Trousey doesn't trust the goblin, and Eskel has recognised the goblin as the one that imprisoned him and thinks he can be interrogated. Now the question is whether they can trust the goblin at all, and one of the tests is to find Trousey's axe. So that's what we are doing at the moment. I'm going to be going to the stone pit, the pit of stone jaws, and see if the goblin is telling the truth about where the axe is. Okay, so I'll get on the goat and go for a ride. Shouldn't take too long to get there. I'm now level 137. The epic is level 138 or 139. It's 138, so it's right nearly on level. But there's been very few issues getting through. I'm going to have to fight my way through this, which is always the way. It's not going to take too long to do. Go see if I can go around the side. So this, because all my gear has been, I've been getting all my gear from level, by doing on level or level below. Should I say I was a level below the actual 2-player instances for getting the gear. This character has been quite capable of running everything around. Okay, let's head up, go a little bit further. Probably have to take this sentry out. Yep, I'll take this one out while I'm at it. I'm being a little bit better at doing what's necessary. Okay, let's see if we can get around here. Get through, take these guys out. Okay, we'll come up to the door. And let's knock on the door and see if the hobgoblin has the axe. And looks like he has an axe. And it looks like it was the right axe. Trousey comes and says he must have been, he was telling the truth. Talk to Durin north of Mayagrind in Matagard. Okay, so we have that. So the easiest way to do that is to actually milestone back to a decent location and then travel round. So it looks like at least partially the goblin can be trusted. And this is what the next little bit of this epic is going to be about. Can we trust the goblin and what the goblin does and what the goblin says? Who is the goblin and how much do they know? Okay, so let's go and talk to Durin. So we've gone through a lot of the. There's been a few rubbish quests to get this far, but we're now basically on the home run. Well, there's a fair amount to go, but we're still on the home run. Okay, so now we talk to the goblin and find out who he is.
It was just as I said, wasn't it?
Yes. Now he will tell his tale.
Long one, yes. Long and sad.
Okay, it's a solo play, but session play, but it's definitely worth it. The story of the goblin. When it loads.
I remember how it all began.
Okay. So we'll go and talk to Muzmak. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Doesn't look like I can. There we go. It'd be really nice if they fix that up. Okay, so they're being told that they have to go on a raid to raid the dwarves, and they don't want to. They want to be free. Just moving some things out of the way. So, yes, there is a general idea that these are all going to escape the battle. This is all in shock.
It was a good plan. All of my plans are good plans.
Okay, so now we need to talk to the others, spread the plan. Okay, they're worried about Gorgol losing power to the hobgoblins, and that's their main motivation for doing all of this. There's a few of them, they all want to get together.
It was a good plan.
And Zogmork doesn't necessarily agree. So, you have to do what you always have to do when you're a goblin, and you need to convince someone that they're doing the wrong thing, that your plan's the right plan. You have to use a very small user interface, and okay, he
Survived the surprising strength of mighty Glurku. No, I didn't kill him. I just scared him a little. And it was enough.
okay. So, yep, somebody turns up, and we have Gorgar turning up. So they were planning on running away, and Gorgar says, yeah, right, I've got something I need done. Ah dear, so we all line up, and of course, which the thing that always happens in all of these things is everyone lines up, and Gorgar chooses you, because you are slightly smaller than all the others. Yes, okay. So, there's been the glint of mithril inside an old tomb, and we now have to go and have a look at it.
It was wasn't a question, it was a command.
Okay, so I'm now in where that mural was that was in the previous epic. You will notice one slight difference though. There is a shiny hammer. The one that, I can't remember his name, got in front of Dura and said, where did you get that hammer from? It's made of mithril. That's where he got it from.
It was a hammer. A shiny hammer made of precious mithril. I was rewarded for it. I became Gorgar's most trusted lieutenant.
Which is why he was in a position of...
But plans change.
So, he no longer wanted to escape. He went and talked to the wargs. Now you've seen the wargs in Cloven Gap. Yep, and you're saying, why should we fight for them? Why shouldn't we just eat you right now? And they decide not to. Don't know why, but they decide not to. So they join up with Gorgar.
I could see which way the skull was rolling. I needed a new plan.
So he changed his plan. Now this is Elder Slade, and these are the three co-conspirators. And this is the battle outside. So you have to slay some dwarves during the War of the Three Peaks. So they have to make their way through. Yep, if they want the freedom, they've got to fight for it, which they do. Now, I don't think you actually get to fight dwarves. You might have to take a few out, but I don't think we get too much. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually, let's skip this part.
Good idea.
Anyway, in time we found ourselves far from the battle, on a distant snowfield.
Now, the people that have done the epic prior to this, the before in the Three Peaks and the Dwarven Holds, will recognise this location. And we're doing some following across the snowfield, and we are going to run across someone unexpected.
I am free. Now, the extent of my vengeance shall be known.
Okay.
Frostheart,
Who speaks to me?
we were the defenders of Gundabad, mighty one. But now, a dwarf army lays siege to that mountain. place is lost.
And
Pitiful, unthinking
here's the reveal.
The dwarves do nothing I have not commanded. It was I who spoke to their prince through the eyes. It was I who planted the thought of this conquest in his mind. He is powerless to resist my dragon voice.
Can it be?
Follow me, my new subjects.
So,
Follow me to Gundabad and the final defeat of the dwarves.
needless to say, Durin is not going to be too happy about hearing this. That's where he decided to attack Gundabad instead.
I told you, didn't I? Sometimes plans change.
Now, interesting as that is, that's the motivation of the dragon and Gorgor and the hobgoblins. Gorgar. So, Durin, being Prince Durin, is not particularly happy about that. Being told that he was being suggested to, the idea of attacking Gundabad was suggested by a dragon. Now, this is going to play on his mind for a fair while.
That is my tale, and every word is true.
And Prince Durin is not happy. Yep, angrier than you've ever seen him. He's convinced he could not have been controlled by the voice of Himral Frostheart because he's no dragon puppet. So, the order is that I should slay Glurk where he stands, but Gloin intervenes.
The goblin is our prisoner, my prince. He is helpless.
So, Durin changes his mind. Well, eventually. Yes, Durin says that he's Durin the 7th, which has a thing further on down the track. Yep, no Durin could ever be subject to dragon compulsion. So, yes, it is the way it is. And now he has some self-doubt about whether it's true or not. Gorgar asked, "Are you the same as I am?" Which Gorgar is working for Himral, and Durin and Gorgar, that's the question. Is he actually under the control of dragons?
My prince, I am sorry. If you deem my words worthy of punishment, I will not object.
Okay.
It is true. When Hrimil says time to jump, Gorgar says, how high you want.
So, yes, but Gorgar's not summoned to the lair, but to another place, which is out... I can't remember exactly what the name is. Outside. But he leaves his weapon on the weapon rack near the summit, which is important information. Yes, why is he scared of the hammer? And if he's scared of the hammer, she fear the hammer. Does she fear the mithril hammer itself? That is very interesting. Okay, so we have something to do, which is go around, kill some orcs in the Welkin Lofts, and check to see if there's a weapon rack, which is the next step. So if we see that there's a weapon rack, yep, if there's a hiding place nearby, and then we might see what we can do. So the whole idea now is to go to Welkin Lofts, which I will do. So all the bits are starting to fall together. All the bits of the epic are starting to fall together. There is a hammer. Prince Durin is trying to work out what his actual motivation was for. Let's have a look. Where do I want? I want Felgap, I think, but I will have a quick look. What I actually want is here, which is Ibdek Buru, which I may not have come to yet. That's one of the few that I haven't done. So I'll mithril to all of them, and I'll set this as a location. So for those that have done, those that want to do the non-epic parts of Welkin Lofts, it's actually quite good to do. You will find that there are stones here that describe each of the I'll let it go in with the story, but it's an important part, an important thing. Okay, now I need to go and defeat some orcs on my way to. I'll actually avoid as many orcs as possible, mainly because where I'm going is over. I'll just get it on the map. Where I'm going to is here. And there's so many orcs, it's not funny, but I suppose I might as well take them out here while I'm to give a better pointer. I think they don't count. Oh yes, they do count. Hobgoblins count as orcs, which was a bit confusing when I did this the first time. I think I'm being attacked by a wolf. It's not going to last very long. And let's get a few more of these while we're here. I don't want the drake. I do want a couple more of these. As you can see, the Runekeeper's doing really well at this point, taking out the top level stuff. There's not much more that... Okay, where am I being attacked by? Okay, I'll leave it alone. Okay, let's go for this one. Oh, another wolf. Okay, that's just the way of it. Okay, so now I have to find the path to the summit, and it is fairly straightforward. At least I've got a pointer now, even if I have to take a few more out. So yeah, the non-epic goes over to the right. And there's a really nice set of quests in up here on the left as well, which is more about the hobgoblin and the relic that they use to carve the runes, which is quite nice actually, and definitely worth having a look at. I did enjoy the non-epic quests in Welcome Lofts. They match quite well with the epic. Okay, so we're coming up to the main location. I am going to have to take some things out, I get the feeling, but that's okay. Plenty of DPS to be able to do that. Okay, so we're up to the summit and we go over here. There's the weapon rack right there, and let's go and hide. Okay, weapon rack, activate. Find a hiding spot. Okay, and we will wait and watch what happens. Oh, actually I don't get to do it. Oh, that's right, I'm ahead of myself. Okay, there is a weapons rack, and that is confirmation that the goblin is telling the truth. Okay, so let's go back. And tell the prince, yes, it's there. Okay, yep. Both Gurklob and I will steal the hammer, and yep, talk to Gurklob, and Gurklob says, yep, that sounds like a good idea.
I already told the important dwarf I agreed to the bargain.
Yep, undefended, too easy, see, yep, and then freedom for Gurklob. Yes, okay, so let's have a talk and travel. Okay, let's go and do it.
I do not know if we can trust you. If we cannot, there are none better than you to endure the possibility of betrayal and triumph.
Okay, so we go with Gurklob, and Gurklob doesn't know whether to trust the dwarves or not, but okay, so there's some sentries, and we're going to watch Gorgar go up, and yep, we hide. They come up. Yep, he goes over the plan. Well, it's a nice plan. Doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, I hide. Yep, he pretends to still be the second in charge. Yeah, here he is. He's saying, just because the princess said that I'm going to do it. You can trust Prince Durin. I've never done anything other than you can trust. He doesn't know whether to trust you, but yes, orcs say what they need to say and then do what they need to do. Okay, we will see what Prince Durin decides to do. Okay, anyway, here's the plan. It's simple. After Gorgar goes to see the dragon, he'll go and talk to the guards, tell the guards to go away, and if anything goes wrong, Gurglug will shout the password. The quest writers had a bit of fun with this. What should the password be? Help! Okay, strong fortress walls will do. Okay, let's have some fun. Strong fortress walls. Okay, so we have the next bit of the plot thickening. Gorgar the Ruthless coming up with his troops. The hobgoblins will normally escort him up. And the hammer, the mithril hammer, is important, becoming more of a focus as time goes on. And let us continue. Come on, Gurglug, your time to do. Okay. Come on, Gurglug, do your thing. Yes, don't leave until you hear the password. Yeah. At least they recognise him. It's not a very good plan. It works-ish. Yeah, so Gorgar's orcs are going to go. But the sentries are a different matter. Strong fortress walls, remember? Okay, I'll let him go one more. Okay, so they didn't last very long. He forgot the password. Okay, wait for Glurcub to get the mithril weapon. And we get out of here. Okay, so we now have the axe, the hammer handed over, and I will finish this at this point. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. Oh, actually, I think I have to do this, finish this instance, actually, before I do that. Okay, so, yep, Okay, good. Yep, he did what he needed to do. So it is. He didn't think he would honour it, but I need to escort Gundabad out of Gundabad, which I will do now. And this will be far enough, so you can see where we are. There's Gundabad behind us. There's Gloin. And he knows where he needs to go now. So he's getting away from here. Yes, hopes he doesn't see me again, I think, or something to that effect. And that finishes this part of... I'll have to finish this instance, but... Gulakub, you feel a watchful presence observing you from afar. That is becoming more and more frequent and more important to the epic storyline. And that's good. We'll have a talk to Gloin. Yep, did he feel it? No, just a little. Okay, yep. Not so the watchful presence has already departed, and you wish not to worry the old dwarf unnecessarily. So, I am now picking up. Yep, he did not want to hear the words. Yes, it's one thing to hear a command, and another is to obey. Motivated the dwarves to strike. The easier it is to, yep, but she did not. The voice of a dwarf that I heard beyond the anvil of Winterstith. A dwarf voice that drowned out the words of the dragon. I will listen to that voice and no other. And he spoke of victory in Gundabad. So, depriving Golgar of the Mithril Hammer, that's good. And now we're going for the armies. So, he's convinced himself that he didn't hear. It wasn't the dragon. This is actually going to be better than what I've currently got, which is great. And I think I will finish that now. We are up to chapter 10. Okay, I will start that. Yep. I've not seen Zul. Yep. Okay, return to Zulmazal by the upper crypts of the western side of the Pit of Stonejaws. I will do that in the next video, and that's where I will start it. But it is in the Pit of Stonejaws, and it is where the mural was or is. So that's where I'm going for the next video. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye all.